Good evening and welcome to our grand finale.
A what?
Our grand finale.
What's a finale?
Well, it's a prolonged final sequence at the end of an act of an opera or a work of musical theater.
Oh, so this is the final performance of the year.
Yes, our grand finale.
Okay, what's the plan tonight?
Well, we're going to present several different scenes from several different musicals.
Oh, so like we can imagine we're taking a stroll down Broadway?
Well, I guess you could put it that way.
So what's first?
Rock Island.
Oh wait, is that the opening scene of The Music Man? The one where they're the salespeople on the train headed to Iowa and they're talking about the great Professor Harold Hill and how he scammed everyone and...
Stop. Don't tell them what happens. Let them watch.
Okay, so here is Rock Island from The Music Man. You're crazy with the heat. Credit's no good for a notion salesman.
Board, all aboard. Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Charlie, your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
Forever seen that.
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the hard goods. Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods. Cash for the knobs and the pickets and the furs. Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bigger, you can talk. You can bigger, bigger, bigger. You can talk, you can talk. You can talk, talk, talk. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Talk all you wanna, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But you got it for the territory.
Ever meet a fellow by the name of Hill?
Hill, hill, hill,
Hill.
hill,
Hill.
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 No!
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman Hill.
Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fellow's line?
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worked about his line.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a baby bell ring a big hall, great goat, neck and nothing, rip front every time a bull is like salesman. That's a Professor Harold Hill. Harold Hill.
Tell us, what's his line? What's his line? He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory.
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what? He's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass, and the piccolo uniforms too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red stripe on it.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a juice harp.
No, the fella sells bands. Boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he gathers and he plucks and he shines. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, North Carolina to Iowa. River City, our players 2012.
Board. All right. If you all knew, I'll tell you about this Professor Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
I never saw him in my life.
But I do know this much. He's giving every single one of us a black eye. After he's worked the next town over, the next salesman to arrive is instantly tarred and feathered and sent out on the rail.
Now, why should it get sent out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach those kids and form them same kids into a band with himself as the leader.
Sure like to go around and figure with that fella.
Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Harold Hill would try to sell them neck-bone Hawkeyes out here.
Or, gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think Iowa a try.
I don't believe I caught your name.
I was like, rock.
Ugh.
Okay, so I didn't spoil the surprise, but wasn't it funny that Harold Hill was on the train the whole time they were talking about him and they never knew? And he hopped off the train and begins to look for some trouble in River City.
Our next scene is from Guys and Dolls.
Guys and dolls?
Yes, Guys and Dolls is based on two short stories, The Idol of Miss Sarah Brown and Blood Pressure. The music and lyrics were written by Frank Lozier, and the show premiered on Broadway in 1950, where it ran for 1,200 performances and won the Tony Award for Best Musical.
Guys and Dolls is a fable about what happened to gambling men and the women who longed to tame them. Set in the colorful world of New York City in the mid-20th century, the romantic and funny Guys and Dolls is populated with gangsters and gamblers, missionary dolls and showgirls, and is one of the great musical scores in the history of American theater.
We will be presenting the scene where Nicely Johnson gives testimony and shares his dream while trying not to rock the boat.
So without further ado, here is a scene from Guys and Dolls. So be sure to sit down and do not rock the boat.
Our mission graced by the presence of so many evil looking sinners. Now, surely our hearts must be heavy with sleepless joy to confess. Who will be first to start by giving testimony?
Benny South Street, give testimony.
I think the fifth commandment.
Come, brother, we know how difficult it is, but if one will open the heart, the rest will surely follow.
Benny, this is in order. Tell these people what a bum you are.
Yeah. I was always a bad guy. I was even a bad gambler. I like to be a good guy.
There, don't you feel better now?
I'm alright.
Who will be next?
Harry the horse.
What's this?
All you gotta do is tell them about all the terrible things you've done and how you ain't gonna do them no more. And watch your language.
Well, I used to be bad when I was a kid, but ever since then I've got straight as a can, proved by my record. Ready for your arrest and no conviction.
Harry the horse! Go ahead.
Well, my sin is that when Sky Masterson was on his bucks,
I beg your pardon?
Sky Masterson, he was rolling his bucks, that's why we're here.
I don't think I understand.
I'm to review, General. He means that the only reason they are here is that Sky Masterson wanted an dice.
Then this whole meeting, in a way, is the result of gambling?
Fine, Sergeant Sarah. You are to be congratulated.
Congratulations, Sarah. Thank you so much.
I ain't finished my testimony. So, as Sky was rolling his bucks, I wish I'd won the money instead of having to come here. And now that I'm here, I still wish.
Brother Nicely Johnson. Brother Nicely Johnson.
No.
Get up, you fat water buffalo!
It happened kind of funny, I guess, like a dream. Yeah, it's a dream. I dreamed last night I was on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered, someone beg me, but the passengers, they know right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And there I sank, and I hollered, someone save me! That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, I'm rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, I'm rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under, with your soul so heavy you never float. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella is a musical written for television but later played on stage.
Cinderella. Oh, is that those ones where there's the 7 little